Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gina, and it is time for another monthly plant favorites again. Yeah, these months they just go so fast, and when I do these videos, these monthly favorite videos, it like really just shows me how fast months are going. So August favorites. So these are all the plants or planty things that brought me the most joy during the month, or I don't know, because a lot of my plants brought me a lot of joy this past month of August. And I would say these are more just like they're standouts more than like they gave me more joy than others. They just, because all my plants are bringing me joy. That's just August. That's just August for you. So actually, by the time this video comes out, it's going to be September. We're going to be in September. And I don't know about you guys, but I have already started burning some pumpkin spice candles because fall is just my favorite time of the year, and I'm ready for fall. So ready for fall after a very hot summer. And I know some of you in the Midwest right now, I saw you guys are having a heat wave, and yeah, so I'm sure you guys are ready for fall too. All right, so I have quite a bit to show you because it was hard for me to choose. Typically I just do five typically, but I think I have two more than that. I think I have 7 to share with you. So yeah, let's get started. Actually, before we get started, there was a couple of things I wanted to talk about. So, well, I have to give you the results of last week's contest. My last video was Ripsalis, and I did a comparison between 2 different types of Ripsalis, so I have the results from that. And then also, I made a community post recently, and I mentioned that I had this big tub, and I'll put a picture of that tub here. This tub is filled with Syngonium, and like there's 3 different types of Syngonium in there. There's Syngonium panda, there's Batik, there's Frosted Heart, and then also there is some Philodendron Silver Sword in that tub. And I need to pot those up. There's a lot to pot up. And I thought we could do it together. I'll make a video out of it, and it'll be like a chatty potting up. And I was thinking it might be fun to do a little Q&A with that. So I did the community post, and I know not a lot of you see those community posts where I asked you to just drop some questions in the comments section, and then I'll go through those when we do the video. If you do not have any questions, they can be plant related, they can be anything. You can ask me what's my favorite food? Anything, you can ask me anything. Most likely I will answer it, unless it's like super personal, then I won't. But if you don't have any questions, you can also just give me topics that you'd like to talk about, like you would like for me to talk about, any sort of topics. So yeah, you can put those questions or those comments, recommendations right here in this video in the comments section, or you can go to the community page and you can put it there. I will see it, and I will record it, write it down, and I will answer those or talk about the topic you want to talk about in that tub in that tub potting up video. So yeah, all right. Now, also let's do the results of last week's contest. So it was between 2 Ripsalis, and I'll put one here and one here. So we have Messy. This is the Ripsalis serioscula, probably saying that incorrectly. And here, this is the Ripsalis paradoxa. So, and now, the video only came out 2 days ago, so I'm kind of doing this, I counted it up kind of early. It's only been a couple of days, but so far, and if things dramatically change, I will edit this video and include the changes. But so far, the serioscula has 11 votes, and the paradoxa has 8. So the messy Ripsalis is in the lead. So yeah, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. All right, now I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I think so. So let's get into some favorite plants. Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to decide what to show you first because they're all so exciting and none of them they're not in any particular order. So yeah, I'm just gonna start grabbing. I might go by genus because I do have a couple of these. I have multiples from the same genus. So we're starting with, can you guess? One of my biggest obsessions lately is begonias. So this is the first one. So this here is the, look how adorable, adorable, so cute, these little tiny little leaves. So this is the Begonia peridot. Am I saying that correctly? Peridot. Actually, I think Paul might have told me the correct way to say it. This may be one that he told me is a peridot. I don't know. Paul will let me know. So I'm really enjoying this plant. It's so, okay, it's a begonia, but it really doesn't really look like a begonia. Doesn't it kind of look like maybe like a peperomia? More like a peperomia. Those leaves are just so tiny and adorable. And I love how the stems or petioles are pink. So you have this mix of pink and green, and it's just too cute, too stinking cute, if you ask me. And there is a little bit of pattern to those leaves. Hopefully that is showing. There is some pattern, and yeah. So this is considered a terrarium begonia. And when I first got it, this is one of those, and I found this to be the case with a lot of terrarium begonias, is when they come to you, when you get them, when you add them to your collection, they go through acclimation, an acclimation period for sure. So this one looked like poop. It looked terrible. It looked really bad for quite a while. You know, I was losing leaves. They were just brown leaves, and it was just not very cute. Not very cute at all. And it has acclimated. It lives in my grow tent. It gets that high humidity, constant high humidity and warmer temperatures. And it's a beauty. And I go into my grow tent and I just look at this one every single day and just say, "You are so cute." That's annoying, isn't it? But that's how I feel about it. It just gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling, like right here, that warm, fuzzy feeling. And I just love it. So that is Begonia peridot. And that is the first one on my favorites list for the month of August. Moving on, we're just going to do begonias. We're going to do the begonias. Next up, this is Begonia kingiana. And my favorite thing about this one is it flowers all the time. And it gives me the cutest, most adorable little peachy, they're kind of peach, they're peachy pink flowers, and they're just so dainty and cute. And they have they come out on these long stems here that are kind of peachy pink also, the same color as these flowers, with a little bit of yellow in there too, peach and yellow, kind of orangey and yellow. I don't know, I just love it. And not only this cuteness, but you also get these beautiful they look like turtles, like turtle shell leaves, and just love it. I just love this plant so much. Really enjoying it. It did have more of these flowers. It had like 3 or 4 of these at one point, and they're spent, they're done. I cut them off, but there's more coming out here, and there's more tucked in here that are going to be popping out. So it is just a continuous bloomer. So I don't know if it's going to do that in the winter time. We'll see. It does live in my Barina greenhouse shelving unit, and I have recently added a humidifier to that cabinet, so it's And the plants are absolutely loving that extra humidity. And yeah, so hopefully they'll continue doing this through the winter also. We'll see. We shall see. I have one more begonia for you. This one is also in my Barina greenhouse shelving unit, and it has, since I added that humidifier, it has just become amazing. I mean, look at this patterning. It is so much better. I mean, it doesn't even, I don't think it even comes across through the camera, through the lens, the camera lens, but it is just absolutely stunning. So this one here, this one is it's a Harmony's begonia. This is Harmony's Fatal Attraction. And yeah, I'm blown away by this pattern and this color. I mean, the color has just gotten so intense, and that pattern has just popped. And yeah, here's an older leaf. Has some green. So there's some mixes. Maybe they're newer leaves, actually. Maybe the newer ones come out more green and then they darken up. Like, probably the more light you give this plant, the more of this deep, rich. I mean, look at these spots. Look at these just. Speechless. I'm speechless. But yeah, I've been very much enjoying this plant through the month of August. Harmony's Fatal Attraction. It is a fatal attraction with this plant. It's so dramatic. Such a dramatic plant. All right, so that is all my begonias. Now we are moving on to another genus of plants that has just really, well, always, this genus of plant is like my first love. I always say it's my first love. Do you have a guess as to what my first love is? Some of you who really know me well will know. It would be succulents. So now, if you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, I mean, I'm not like always posting on Instagram, but every now and then, if something really catches my eye and I'm just like, I need to share this with you guys, I'll make a post on Instagram. And so recently I did this one, and this is the Graptocedum rococo. And it's the colors. It's the colors that, look at that. Now look at that. Look how beautiful. This is what lighting can do for your plants. So if you have this plant sits under grow lights. And if you have nice, intense grow lights, this is what you're gonna get. This beautiful mix of colors. We have pink and we have green, and I just love it. And that is why I made a post on Instagram showing this plant, because it just really just stood out to me. So yeah, I could just stare at this one all day long. Totally, absolutely. Graptocedum rococo. There's actually a lot of succulents right now that are just knocking my socks off. I have a lot of them. Maybe I'll do like a top. I have a lot of succulents. Maybe I could do like a top 10 succulents and cacti that I'm just loving currently. Yeah, maybe. Would you guys like that? Maybe I'll do that. Okay, next, another succulent. And I could have grabbed so many more, but okay. I will do a separate video for those. Okay, so this next one, this is the Pachyphytum cheese. Another one. Look at the coloration. So this actually it's a Japanese version, and it's called custard cream. Just adorable, right? The last time I showed you guys my succulents, the last video, I forgot to, for some reason, I have no idea why I missed this one. I didn't include it. I don't know why. I just missed it. And it's like, it's always been one of my favorites, and for some reason I missed it. But here it is now in my August favorites, my August plant favorites. I just love those chubby round leaves and the coloration. I mean, the coloration, so beautiful. All right, next one is a big one, and it's over here. This is my variegated Alocasia frydek. Look at the beautifulness that is this plant. Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a favorite. Like, how could it not be a favorite? So, yeah. I know, I want to do a video with this one. I want to go corm hunting because I see so many corms in this pot. That's the nice thing about these see-through pots like this, is you can really see those roots and you can really see those corms. And I am seeing so many. Here's like, all right, here's one here. There's a corm there. I could grab that out. That is how you propagate this plant. Well, I mean, there might be other ways to propagate it, but this is the only way I know how to propagate this plant, is you grab those corms out of the pot and pot them up, put them in like a really humid place. There's one here. There's like two here. Keep them in a humid, warm place, and you get a brand new plant. And I sell these in my shop. I've recently, in the last few months, I think I sold 2, and I do have one more. That will be in an upcoming plant shop update for you guys. And yeah, I just love this plant. It is just so beautiful. Did I say it lives in my grow tent? It lives in my grow tent, which is probably why it is doing so well for me. It loves the humidity. Yep. Alocasia variegated frydek. Beautiful. All right, I have one plant left, I think. Yes. And it's behind you. I have to grab it. And it is amazing. And you shall be amazed by this plant. I promise you. Right here. This is Hoya. This is a Hoya. You would never guess that. Would you guess this is a Hoya? I guess if you really know, of course, if you really know Hoyas, you know this is a Hoya. You know exactly which Hoya this is because of this incredibleness right here. This is Hoya decipulae, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but look how big this plant is. Look at this. Stunning. If you do not have this plant in your collection, in your Hoya collection, you have to get it. I don't know, are they really expensive? I know they were kind of expensive. I don't even remember what I paid for this plant. Maybe I can stick it up on the screen. What I paid for it. I suppose if you don't have this in your collection, it might be because of the price. But with time, as like with many plants, that price is going to come down. And if you are waiting for that, when it does come down, definitely grab this one because it is such a joy. And it's always flowering, like constantly. So I have a peduncle right here. That one has bloomed. I have one right here. Here's one. There's one under here. Here. I mean, they're all over. There's one up here. This one isn't open yet. And the blooms last quite a long time, which is really nice. And it's also, I think it's referred to as the egg beater plant because those flowers, they look like egg beaters. Yeah, I just love it. And eventually I will propagate this plant. It's really big, isn't it? I mean, I could do it now, but I'm enjoying this one too much to start chopping it up. So when it gets ridiculously too big, I will start chopping it, but it might be a little bit. It might be a little bit before you see this one in my shop, which, if you don't know, I have a plant shop where I sell propagations from all the plants you see here every week, or not all, but a lot of the plants you see here every week you can find them in my plant shop, thepinktrellis.com. So be sure to check that out if you're looking for plants to buy. So yeah, I guess this one is considered more of a thirsty Hoya. I do water it quite often, and that is because, I mean, it has dried out for me, and there's no ill effects from that. Like the flowers didn't fall off, or like the peduncles didn't blast, or whatever when you lose flowers before they open. It's never done that for me. There was a little bit of an acclimation period with this plant, so it had to adjust to my grow tent is pretty bright, I would say, and when in the beginning a lot of the leaves were almost kind of yellow, and that was a little scary to me because I was like, okay, this plant is not happy, it's turning yellow, what's going on? But I did get online and I looked at images of this plant and I saw other ones like mine. Like they were the almost like a chartreuse color. The leaves were they weren't like at this deep green, which they are now. So I think it was just going through an acclimation period. But we're spending a lot of time with this one because I just love it. Just love it. So yeah. Those flowers are just incredible. And I don't think they have a scent. I have never detected, well, maybe. I'm trying to detect it. Maybe just a slight hint of a sweet smell to it. Yeah, maybe I probably should smell it early in the morning or late at night. That's probably when I should be trying to see if it has a scent. But yeah, that is the final plant. Is that 7 plants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plants. So as I said, a lot of my plants, so many of my plants. I mean, this entire cabinet's bringing me joy. These syngoniums bringing me joy. This Hoya linearis bringing me joy. I mean, just my entire collection is bringing me joy, but I can't show you my entire collection, right? in one of these monthly favorite videos. So I just picked a few that were real standouts. So yeah, so that is it. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my favorites for the month of August. Let me know in the comments what plants have stood out to you, what some of your favorites have been. Yeah, and again, don't forget, if you have a question for me, if you want me to answer any questions in that potting up video, put them down below in the comments. Or again, if you just have a topic you want me to talk about, let me know and I'll do that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.